Hi, I don't remember if I did an actual intro for this in the actual recording. This is sort of a test episode, but I'm going to leave it as my episode 1 because I haven't gotten around to editing the actual attempt at doing this for real, which I did record, but it's not, I haven't edited it yet, and I don't know if I like it. So here's a new series I'm going to be doing called ScreenSpray and Pray, and I'm going to be reading screenplays. And I think I left in the part about me Googling free scripts or something at the beginning of this. So, this is going to be the first of many. And I'm going to try and do these at least once a week. And it'll be a while before they're, like, good. Okay? I mean, they're still going to be goofy and dumb and funny joke, haha, but, like, also, like, quality. So, I hope you enjoy it. Bye. I don't know what to do. Let's go to free scripts. Let's do crime. Let's do crime. 9 pages in PDF format. What is this? Oh, everything. Let's see. Out of Character by R.E. McManus. Copyright April 2016. R.E. McManus. This person has a Yahoo? A Yahoo? Dude, it's 2019. I guess it was 2016, but it's still 2016. Why do you have a Yahoo? All right. We got INT. I don't know what that means. Hey, Opal. Cat, can you... not INT, it says integer jack houses. Oh, enter jack houses. Oh, this is dialogue. This is a screenplay. Oh, fuck that. Jack, 50s, slim, spectacled, gray hair, sits typing at a computer with some reluctance. Used cups, plates, an empty pizza box, overloaded ashtrays, and 10 old screenwriting reference books surround him. It's too cliched and meta. I don't like this anymore. He rubs his eyes, glances up at a big clock on the wall. 2:45 a.m. He yawns, types, "The doorbell rings." He stares at the screen, at the last words he's written. The cursor blinks back at him. He yawns again. Finally, his eyes drift to a close. Enter Jack's house office day. Jack lies asleep on his desk. Sunlight pours in. Birds sing. The doorbell rings. Jack bolts awake. His head hits the lamp. Jack. Ow. His hand bumps the mouse and keyboard to reveal the last words he typed. He rubs his head, looks at the clock. 7:30 a.m. A glum look as he stretches, then wanders out of the room. Front door. Moments later, the doorbell rings again just as he gets closer to it. He opens the door. Sunlight hits his face, obscuring for a moment the hulking, intimidating figure on his doorstep. The man stares back at Jack. He wears scruffy clothes and a big, bad, toothy smile. This is Ken, in his early 40s. What the fuck is happening? Jack. Yes? Ken. I believe I was summoned. Ken speaks slowly but with confidence. What? Who are you? Not before time, I might add. Ken takes a step forward. Jack frowns. Ken's smile wanes a little. Ken. You know who I am, Jack. How do you... You do look kinda... What do you want? Come on, old man. You brought me here, remember? Can I come in? It's cold out here. Ken steps forward again, but Jack bars his way with his arm. That's not very nice, and I thought we'd play nice with each other. Ken pulls a gun out. with speed. He shoves the barrel up one of Jack's nostrils, pushes Jack up the hallway. Jack raises his hands. You can tell that this was written in the 2010s because when someone pulls out a gun, it goes in a nostril. I would just like to point out that is not a thing that would happen in a crime novel or a crime screenplay from like the early 2000s or the 90s. Maybe it is, but like definitely something from this century, not like a classic crime drama. They just pull out the gun, point it vaguely in their torso direction and say like, "Ah, yes, Mr. Ken, you have my package, I assume." Not, "I'm gonna stick it up your nose and force you around the room with it." Definitely a modern evolution of the crime writing sphere. Let's see. Oh! Ken pushes Jack onto the sofa. Takes a seat opposite him. Good. This is much better. More private. Now we can talk. Talk about what? Put your hands down, Jack. Makes you look like a damn coward. Funny, always thought you'd have more balls. Jack lowers his hands. Ken grabs his own balls like Michael Jackson used to do. Okay. Who the hell are you? You know who I am. Ken gestures with the gun to the computer office. Oh my god. The doorbell rings, no, and I'm at the door. Jack still puzzles. You put your house in the script, had me the bad guy turn up, so here I am. Wait a minute. You think you're... He smiles, laughs, closes his eyes tightly. This is a dream. In a minute, I'm going to wake up. I fell asleep, and I'm still dreaming. You're not real. He opens his eyes a little, grins and points at Ken, who's not amused at all. You think I'm not real? You're just... Ken aims the gun at Jack, who still smirks a little, but not for long. Ken pulls the trigger. Bang! The bullet clips Jack's ear. He cries out in pain and shock. Jesus Christ! It's a lot of peaked audio. Instinctively, he puts a hand on his ear. Blood drips down his arm and onto his shirt. How's that for real, author boy? Ken reaches into his jacket, pulls out a handkerchief, throws it at Jack. Here, you can stop your imaginary blood ruining your imaginary shirt with that. Now then, where was I? He sneers at Jack's distress. Stop whimpering, you big baby. Artists are supposed to suffer. Part of the deal, isn't it? What the hell do you want? Finally, a good question. I'm glad you asked, John. Writer, huh? My ass you are. Ken slaps his own arse, then leans forward. So they say arse. Do they have accents in this? I'm a little confused. It's pretty vague. I don't know who wrote this, where he's from. I don't know about that. But the script says arse. So maybe they're supposed to all be talking like this. Ah, that's right. I'll smack your arse. You wee little shit, I'm gonna dangle in there, smack your arse, you naughty boy. Let's see. Ken slaps his own arse, then leans forward, waves the gun about haphazardly. Thing is, you've got me as this type of bad guy who's not nice to people, which is fine. Really, I can live with that. In fact, I kind of like it. It's far better than being a wimpy hack like you, Jack. But Ken stands, looks down at his scuffed shoes and tracksuit pants. He pats his pudgy belly. I'm far from happy with the way you wrote me. Look at this. The hair, the waistline, these horrible shoes. Ken waves his foot at Jack's head, who leans back to avoid it. And what is with this tin can of a car you give me? Insert shot of old bomb of a bomb? Bomb. Yeah, shot of an old bomb of a car parked at the curb. That's gotta be, I gotta look that up. Old bomb of a car. There's gotta be. Okay, so this is Australian. Okay, I figured that would make sense. In Australian slang, the terms rust bucket, bunkie, old bomb, a paddock basher, or bomb are used to refer to old, rusty, and or rundown cars. So I think the author's Australian, or just really into Mighty Car Mods on YouTube, because honestly, me too, boy. Oi, Martin. You gotta pop the bonnet, Martin. What kind of... Is this JDM, Martin? Sorry about that. Jack. It's inconspicuous. It's bloody ridiculous. I can't. It's bloody ridiculous. It's bloody ridiculous is what it is. And while we're at it, I gotta be I can't. It's bloody ridiculous is what it is. And while we're at it, I gotta get a better looking... Oh man, I gotta be better looking. It's bloody ridiculous is what it is. And while we're at it, I gotta be better looking. A sharper dresser. This sucks. It's devolved. Now that I know it's Australian, I hate myself. And this. It's bloody ridiculous. I can't even remember what the dude sounds like anymore. I fucked up too much. Jack. It's bloody ridiculous is what it is. And while we're at it, I gotta be better looking. A sharper dresser. And I'd really like a lady. A damn good one. Or two. A proper one, I mean. What is it with all the hookers, pervy? Jack pulls an embarrassed expression, then hides it badly. What's up, baby? Okay. I guess Jack's into prostitutes? I don't know. Also, I love that he just got shot in the ear while all of this is happening. He is still like shy and embarrassed, like a scared little baby boy, like, oh, he found the prostitutes. While his ear is bleeding. That's good shit. It's good shit. So far I've really liked this though. And it's not super clever, but it's kind of fun. And I feel like if you edited this the right way, it could be good. I don't know. I want a proper sexy lady who likes me. Sort of. At least one that doesn't run away on me. Again. So, we're gonna go over there. Ken points at the computer. And we're going to start typing. Proper. Improve things, yeah? I don't know, man. I don't like it. I mean, I like this. So far, I like it. How many pages? It's only 9 pages. It's only 9 pages. How far did I get? Oh, I got to like page 7, dude. There's only 2 more. Interior. That's what INT stands for. It stands for interior. Oh, we're doing it. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. We're figuring it out. Interior, office, later. Jack types at the computer. Ken stands nearby with a grin and completely transformed. This is a time to bring up a good theoretical question. Metaphysical, theoretical, what's the term? I don't know what I'm trying to say here. This is a good time to bring up a, is Ken even Ken anymore? Is he even the same person? Let's see. Jack types at the computer. Ken stands nearby with a grin and completely transformed. His hair is darker and slicked back. His clothes are expensive. Italian leather shoes and a jacket. Or close to. What do you mean, or close to? You can write whatever you want. Did Jack sit down at the computer and be like, Italian leather? Kind of. It's fancy, but I'm not saying what brand it is because I don't know brands. And then that brings into question how much of this world where it creates people, like what does this? Because does it just improv? Like if he just says fancy suit, like what does it look like? Does anyone, is it like someone where is it something where everyone who looks at him perceives it as what their mind thinks is fancy? Or is it just like some entity that is in charge of maestroing this whole shit puts him in a suit that it thinks is fancy based off of what people think is fancy? Don't make no goddamn sense. Hey, what's your name? Who wrote this? McManus? Are you kidding me with this? Is someone... Are they mowing? Also, how are you constantly backing up? It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not upset. I'm just annoyed. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was complaining about stuff. Randus the Mandus? Randus the Mandus. McManus Randus Mandus. Italian leather shoes and the jacket, or close to. He still holds the gun, gestures with it as he speaks, and stares intently at the computer screen. Nearby, a printer churns out pages. Jack wears an oversized bandage over his ear. Blood seeps through it. Occasionally, he reaches up, touches it tentatively. Ken smiles broadly, reveals gleaming white teeth. He gives Jack a good-natured thump on the shoulder. Okay, all very good. Much better. Keep it going. That's right. Didn't expect that heel turn, huh? Now that his teeth are clean, I don't have to pretend to talk through his teeth the whole time, because for some reason I made that choice really early on, and talking through your teeth makes accents really hard for me. So he's just deep voice Australia man now. He continues to read what Jack types, notices something he doesn't like, and grimaces. Oh, jeepers, Jack. Hang on. A booming baritone voice sounds above them. The killer stood still, contemplating the words on the page in front of him. Ken and Jack glance up and around as if following a fly. Jack looks a little sheepish. Ken just nods his head. Oh, come on, you gotta lose that voiceover. It's really annoying. Jack clears his throat, moves uncomfortably in his seat. I gotta go to the toilet. What? Are you serious? Yeah? Well, hurry it up then. We gotta finish this off, and soon. Jack gets up, grabs the printer pages as he passes. He's almost into the bathroom when... What are you doing with those? I'm just gonna go through them. You know, it helps me go. Ugh, it's disgusting. Yeah, alright. Just make sure you wash your hands properly. You dirty old git. I'm confused. Is this... Git? Do Australians say that? I don't know. Just make sure you wash your hands properly. Properly. They say properly. It's not properly. That's stupid. That's a stupid thing that I just did. Anyways, Jack takes the pages into interior bathroom. Jack searches through the bathroom drawers, finds an eyebrow pencil. All right, Jack. Okay. He sits on the toilet, flicks through the pages, scribbles with speed on the pages. Interior office, continuous. Ken drops the gun. He coughs. His face drops with pain. He clutches at his chest with one hand. More coughs. You just had the man... You saw the man writing in the death note and were telling him what to do, and then let him go into the bathroom with the death note, thinking that he wouldn't fucking kill you. Meanwhile, on the page with an eyebrow pencil, he writes, Ken has heart attack, drops gun, and dies. Like... Oh my god, more coughs. Jack writes with the eyebrow pencil, clutches at his chest with pain. Interior office continuous. Ken grabs his chest with both hands, falls down. He breathes out, then lies still. The bathroom door opens. Jack peeps out in a Jack peeks out like a naughty child. Spots Ken seemingly dead on the floor near the gun. Uh-oh, seemingly. You're dumb. You are so dumb, Jack. You're so stupid. You literally could have just wrote, he dies. You could have done that. You have the power of God, and you just decided to say he clutches his chest in pain. You're stupid. Anyways, Jack, okay, yeah, he tiptoes over to him. With 2 fingers, he nervously checks for a pulse on Ken's neck. Oh, thank God. He sits at the computer. His eyes narrow at the screen. On it, he reads, Epilogue. Ken dies on the floor, apparently dead. Jack sit reading at computer, obvious. At first, he doesn't notice the words below this in childish scrawl. Ken's hand reaches for the gun. On the floor, Ken's hand moves to pick up the gun. Jack whips his head around to see Ken sitting up, a smirk on his face. The gun points straight at his face. You oblivious idiot. I just knew you'd do something naughty, you daft twat. So I did too. Now, whatever will... Jack grows angry, launches himself in a roar at Ken on the floor, then rolls around fighting over the gun like school kids. The doorbell rings. They stop fighting, look at each other, then look at the door. Ken, Jack, who's that? Freeze frame. The doorbell rings again. Fade out. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. So when did Ken write on the computer? Also, why is Ken illiterate? Like, you can't see because you don't have the script in front of you, but it's literally just, it's written like a 9-year-old who doesn't understand phonics or how to write things or English in any written form. Like, this is, when does he write it? But that escalates so quickly, and like, oh man, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. This doesn't make sense because, right? So Jack sits at the computer, right? And he writes all of this on the computer. And then it prints out on paper. And so he takes the paper into the bathroom and starts scribbling things down, like scratching things out and writing his own stuff. So that implies that he, the author, is the one in charge of the universe. But then when he goes out to the computer, he sees that Ken was writing on the computer, which also made things change. But also Ken apparently doesn't know how to write or read very well, which is like, you could say that the one buffer or the thing that he does is that when he writes someone into existence, they can't read or write, so they cannot control themselves at all, which is why he had him at gunpoint to do it. Otherwise, he would have just come in, clocked him on the head, walked over to the computer, and wrote his own stuff, because apparently he knew he could do that. Apparently. So, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, if he could just do that the whole time, why didn't he? But then, like, who really has the power? Like, is the power in the computer? Is it literally just whoever writes anything gets to create things into existence? Or is it just because it can't be just Jack. So, like, it don't make no goddamn sense. But also, it moves way too fast where it's just like, oh, now they're fighting, and then they're on the floor, and then freeze frame, doorbell rings. Neither of them wrote who that person was. What? I don't know. I feel like this is a cool concept, but considering that they don't establish how Ken can, they don't establish at any point that anyone other than Jack can like manipulate things except for Ken. But then like Ken is just like a creation, so like why should he? That doesn't make sense. how he can just do that and how you can do it from just about anywhere, I guess. What if I just like grabbed a fucking crayon? What if Ken just grabbed a box of crayons on the floor and started writing on the wall in crayon? That would probably work, considering you've established no rules in the script. Like, you could establish no rules for the audience, but have your own rules on how it works behind the scenes. But you're just kind of doing literally whatever the fuck you want, which I guess, you know what, it's your creation, McManus. McManus, R.E. McManus. But, like, I don't know. It's a cool concept. If you ever see this, Mr., Mrs., or other R.E. McManus, don't ever stop writing. Maybe even write more. That was out of character. Copyright R.E. McManus. So I'm probably going to jail. Shooting detail, 2 actors, 1 location, modern house and home. Budget, low minimum of $100 US. Market, short film festivals. Audience, ideally 20 to 55-year-olds. Cool. Didn't read that at the beginning. Anyways, thanks for listening. I had no idea what to make for this. So I was just, I was watching YouTube, and one of the YouTubers I followed literally just made a video where he's on the floor and the camera's pointed at the floor, and he's just talking about some random shit in D&D for like 6 minutes that you know he's thought about once before, and it's just like, oh, I could talk about this for like, 5 minutes. I think the video was 4 minutes long. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna sit on the floor and talk about this random shit for 5 minutes, and that's it for a whole video. And I'm like, why can't I just do something like that? Something stupid and dumb like that. So here I am, and here's that, and I hope you enjoyed. Anyways, thanks for stopping by, everybody. And I'll see you guys next time.